Greetings and salutations. I am Karen Russmore, and this is my continued playthrough session 5 of XCOM 2 War of the Chosen? I think it's War of the Chosen. Greetings, my cat, Wibble. Yes, indeed, Wibble. You're going to have to excuse me while I finish eating my food, because it's hot food and I don't want it getting cold. So I think I've finally been put in charge of the XCOM initiative for XCOM 2 fully now. I'm calling all of the shots, although I don't think all the pieces have been revealed. There's at least one more chosen that's not presented themselves. Although there is not like two chosen very close together, and it's like, why? Is this random? Why would you do this to me, game? Just a couple of things. I do have my Discord is kind of up and working. If you want to come join the Discord, it's called Chiromania. Because I am Chiron and I'm a pyromaniac, so Chiromania kind of works. Yeah, this is... I don't know how long this game actually is and whether I'm going to be playing it optimally to get there and complete it as quickly as possible, or whether I'm just going to be going all around the houses before completing it. Not sure if this game actually gives you much scope to do that. But yeah, mycat_UK and JStation64, both friends of the channel, will likely be joining me tomorrow as I play some more Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4. Hey JStation64, speak of the devil, and they do appear. So yeah, I'll be playing Resident Evil 4 tomorrow because the Hitman 3 doesn't have an elusive target. Other than that, you can find me on Manapot Studios on Monday, where JStation64, Krifu, Bernal, Retro Ted, and Crit Commissions join me in a Starfinder Adventure Path Fly Free or Die as I try to herd these people through the story somehow. Oh, JStation, it's another thing, I am affiliated. You can subscribe if you wish. I don't blame you if you don't want to subscribe, but also if you do have a Amazon Prime subscription or Amazon Prime account, something like that, you can use your Prime for one Twitch subscription. Which, by the way, JStation, Twitch is telling me that you're maybe, it was a month ago since you did it, so now's the time to use it somewhere. Again, you don't have to use it here if you don't wish. I'm sure people have a lot of interests outside of my channel. What else do we have? I think that just about covers it. Renewal is tomorrow. It's one of them, because it doesn't do it automatically. I was just sort of like looking at my mini feed and it was like, oh, it says a month since JStation64 has resubscribed using the Prime. And it's one of them things, it's like, they don't allow it to automatically happen. Which is just so inconvenient, because you've always got to remembering to double check it. Hey, Ghost of Sunny. How are you? Not common that you pop in here. I know that you tend to be around a little bit, but Twitch is Jay's primary interest after D&D. I mean, I hope you mean TTPRGs, because otherwise I'm just insulted. I'm running him through a Starfinder campaign. And if that ranks lower than Twitch, then I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, it's a plan to do then since I'm on the chain. It's that kind of makes sense because you're here, but you're not here, if that makes sense. But yes. Been thinking about what's coming up next on the channel. I do this a lot. I will think of these things just way in advance. If you look below at my little info cards, there are so many games in the list, and it was like speaking to JStation 64 earlier today, and it's like, maybe I want to play some Assassin's Creed. Maybe I want to do that on channel. I'm up to like Assassin's Creed 2, and I'm playing them in order of their releases. So it's all like going all the way back to Assassin's Creed 2. Gotta get on Pony Love ahead of Retro Ted as get that train going. The thing is, no, and hell no. RetroTed has their own channel over on twitch.tv/RetroTed. Wait, are you just starting your EZO live? I've started Assassin's Creed 2 a couple of... So, right. 1 second, let me just finish this. Right, when Assassin's Creed was first announced, the whole idea of it, I liked it. And then Assassin's Creed finally came out. Ezio. That's it, Ezio. But the thing is, it came out to the consoles like a year in advance of the PC. Followed up with the issues of it's Italian, you uncultured swine. Jesus Christ. Sonny, chill. Chill that I can't read Italian. I'm not Italian. And where was it? So yeah, it came out on the consoles way before it came out on PC. Then it got delayed coming out on the PC because somebody pirated it, and Ubisoft was sort of like, no, we got to increase the pirate security on it now. And it's like, well, the game's already out there. Your best bet is just to ship it and hope that people buy it. And it was a little bit touch and go with it. We were actually going to be continuing doing more Assassin's Creed games on the PC, because at the time, unfortunately, it was very easy to pirate things on the PC. Not that it isn't easy enough to pirate things on any platform. You know, console, even your Switch games can be pirated. And they take these funny little card things. He says, as he can't get the little card thing out. Yeah, their games still come on these things, but you can also get them digitally, and if you can get them digitally, then you can get it onto a USB card, which goes into another port on this thing, and there's ways and means. But no, because it got pirated on the PC before it was actually released, and it wasn't... The thing is, the pirated copy got out before the copy protection got installed, which is why it got massively pirated. So there was a lot of delay before Assassin's Creed actually came to the PC, and then Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to play Assassin's Creed and get that done before I move on to the next one. It took me years to finish Assassin's Creed. Like the concept, execution is okay, but for the first game, they made it far too long, because there's 10 people that you need to assassinate, and it gets very repetitive after about 4 or 5. I just remember the last time I played Assassin's Creed, it was like, okay, I'm gonna get through this. And I loaded it up, started playing it, and when it started to get repetitive, I was just doing the bare minimum to unlock the assassinations so that I could progress the plot to get to the end. Finally got to the end of it and it's like, yeah, great. Okay, now I can go on to Assassin's Creed 2. And unfortunately that suffers a little bit of the same. Again, this is partially where me not being able to focus on video games off stream really does a detriment to my completing of games, because it's like I will play the game until I get, you know, sort of like, okay, this is starting to get repetitive. I do like assassinating people. The thing is, in Assassin's Creed, one of the if I lean back, I go out of focus. One of the problems was you had to complete 3 side objectives before you could assassinate the person. Those 3 side objectives could come from any 6 points that you could do on the map. And when you first start playing the game, it's like, I'm going to be the good assassin and do all of these 6 points. Then you realize that it is the same 6 points that aren't really giving you much in the way of a difference of challenge or narrative or anything like that. Yes, it gives you a tiny little tidbit about your target if you do the eavesdropping missions, just to be able to assassinate the next guy. And then you've got to do it 10 times of these trivial little things. And, you know, it got repetitive. And while I can do that on stream, when it comes to sort of like playing the game off camera, the moment a game starts getting repetitive, I'm sort of like, alright, I'm just going to put it down for a while and pick it up again later and go off and play something that isn't repetitive right now to me. 2 months later I get back to it, and especially with Assassin's Creed, there's a lot of skill that you develop over the time while you're playing it. You know, the parry, the block, the buttons basically of the game and how to play the game. And that's what's guiding the difficulty increase. You'd need to know how to parry and how to counterattack, or else you're just going to get swamped by people when they're sending like 6 guys to attack you. And when you're in the swing of things, that's fine. When you're picking it up after taking 6 months off, you're sort of like, I don't know how to play this game anymore. Go back to the start of the game, and then you've got the sort of like mental thing of sort of like, do I want to start the game again or play it from where I left off? Nah. And so it took me a long time to complete Assassin's Creed. I started playing Assassin's Creed 2. Again, it kind of got a little bit repetitive. That was all on me. That was on me because they've got the parkour puzzles that you can choose to do, and they are sort of like pixel perfect parkour, run, jump, dive through this, and I'm just sort of like, I can't do this. I get frustrated. Alt F4, I quit. I'm just going to leave that game alone for a while, and lo and behold, 6 months later, I can't remember anything that's going on. Whereas if I'm playing it on stream, I'm more likely to go, you know what, I've tried this a few times, it's not working, let's just turn around and do something else for a while. It's almost like there are skills that you learn by repeating. Who put a bee in your bonnet today, Sonny? You're just all of the sarcasm. Don't get me wrong, I'm all here for it, but jeez, ain't been at somebody else for a bit. Because yes, I agree with you. It's like skills that you learn by repeating them, but when you stop repeating them, they fade so quickly, or they do for me, because I need to go on and play a different video game where I learn a different set of skills. I've had a horrible day, which is fair enough. This is cathartic. Alright, fine, take it out on me. It's probably better that you take it out on me than somebody else. I can take it. And so, you know, I move on to a different game, I learn a different set of skills, and when I come back, it's like, I don't know these skills anymore. So, I have to restart the game, and yeah, it's just like, it took a lot for me to get through Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 2, I also made the mistake of buying the maps that told you where all the treasure was. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to run around and collect all this treasure on the map. Great for exploration, great for just chilling out. But at the same token, it was like it got repetitive, and then there was little to draw me back into the game. So I'm not likely to do that if I do it on stream. But at the same token, do I really need to be adding more games to my streaming list? I get that challenge switching from types of games. The skill sets between Valhalla, No Man's Sky, and Red Dead Redemption 2, I feel like I need to relearn for the first hour every time I play. That's fair enough. I don't get that difficulty much with a lot of the games that I play. Namely because most of the games that I play seem to have a very similar thing. You know, in Xcom 2, for example, it has some similarities between this and Torment and Pathfinder Kingmaker. You know, you have people, you're moving them around, all the buttons that you can access are across the bottom of the screen. In Pathfinder and Torment, in Pathfinder, you could customize what those buttons were by dragging them in from other places. Whereas you don't get that in Torment or XCOM 2. But it's very much point click, do these things. Whereas, you know, there's not really a lot of skill there, I admit. It is more of a strategy thinking about it. But yeah, there's a lot of things. It's, you know, that'll probably be like that tomorrow when we play Resident Evil 2. Why do I keep calling it Resident Evil 2? Where it was like, I'll turn on the Xbox controller for the first time in like 2 weeks and be like, how do I use this again? How do I aim my gun? How do I fire my gun? How do I... Okay, and, you know, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, especially if it's a game that has intense mechanics. You know, one of the things that Resident Evil 4 isn't a... How do I run? Hey, Zen of Games, how's it going? The run button. Yes, what is the run button again? Anybody? No? Okay. We're just chatting while I start up stream. Zen of Games. While we talk about different video games, and Sonny vocally or textually mocks me for being a gamer. I don't know why I'm being mocked. I don't mind too much. Ghost of Sunny is a friend of the channel. Don't take it against them if they say something that I might find offensive. It's a laugh. Yeah, I hate mechanics who are intense. Just work out of the garage or in the open if you have to. Just finishing lunch and then have to get back to work soon. Alright, what was I saying? So yeah, some game mechanics are very intense, and you need to be able to sort of like know what you're doing all of the time. And the combo buttons, you know, so like in a fighting game, it's like being a PC player, being a PC gamer for pretty much all of my life, we got very few beat 'em ups, and so there is no part of my training in my 34 years of gaming where I've gotten into the habit of learning long sequences of controls and executing them reliably. So when it comes to any game that has me doing that, I start to struggle, and I'm having to build these skills from scratch. And then switching between one game that has these skills and another game that has similar skills. Because this is another thing with a yeah, the quick time events I am useless at. Because one of the things about the PC is like there are similarities between first-person shooters because it's nearly always controlled by Wizard. But at the same token, that's translated in the same with XCOM and other over-top games. It's like you can usually move the camera around using Wizard. But every other key on the keyboard, it can be pretty much random what it does. You know, in a lot of role-playing games, I will open up the inventory. In World of Warcraft, B and Shift B opens up your bags and all of your bags, as well as C brings up your character pane, and you can switch, move stuff to your inventory from there. And a lot of that happens in, No Man's Sky. It has an inventory system. Do you press I? Do you press C? No, you press Tab to bring up the set of screens for manipulating just about all things. But Tab in other games will bring up the map. But at the same token, there's a lot of standards and a lot of things that you can sort of like mentally map out. It's like, okay, in this game it's character, see your character sheet, or it's M to bring up the map, or it's Tab to bring up the map. And hey Retro Ted, how's it going? I see that you might already still be having issues with your streaming. Is that a thing? Sorry to hear about that if you are. But yeah, you kind of get into the habit of associating certain keys with certain games, but we've got 101 keys to play with on a traditional keyboard, so there's plenty of options there, and the mental mapping I feel is slightly easier than in yeah, that seems yeah, it sucks, Jesus. And when it comes to a controller, there's only so many keys that you can press, because, there's only so many buttons that are on there. I don't think there's any more. It's just a face in the top. There we go. And so when it comes to one game, it's like, okay, this is the standard. But then it's like, oh wait, we need another key because we want to be able to crouch, for example. I don't have crouching in Resident Evil 4. I don't think I have crouching in Resident Evil 4. There is probably a Twitch group already named the usual suspects. I don't think we can get away with anything that mundane, not at this late stage in the game. Anyway, I think that's it's been like 28 minutes of me just ranting off. So let's actually get into the game, shall we? We also get to see the new little thing. As you can see around my camera frame, it's no longer got the hexes. It's looking a lot more clean, a lot more crisp, I feel. Although there is actually two options. There's this option and then there's this option. That I feel is more of a Resident Evil 4 and sort of like biohacking sort of like thing. But I like this. It's cool. It's crisp. It's clean. And it's all custom made by a friend of the channel, JStation64. Time to add some more Fallen to the list on the Discord. No, time not to add more Fallen to the list. We don't want people to die. Yeah, the clean version is better on this, but I have a feeling the unusual suspects. I don't pun Ghost of Sunny. That is not a thing that I do. Yeah, I do like a lot of the artwork in Starfinder. There's been one or two where it's like, I think they've changed the art style for one or two of the APs where it's like, not sure if I like this, but as the adventure path has sort of like rounded off, it's like, oh no, this is still looking good. Yes, we have low intel. What would you like me to do about it? But yeah, they really did go all out when it came to the artwork on the Starfinder beginner box. Fun fact is the second art style of the Goblin, Space Goblin, is actually unique to the Pathfinder beginner box, as is one of the creatures in there. And it took from the release of Starfinder to the release of the beginner's box for them to get any more goblin art, which drove some of the editors crazy, because it was all like they were having to use the same goblin every time that they wanted to use a goblin. Did we lose one of your named fellows last week? I don't. Let's go back to. No, I don't think we lost another one of Retro Deads. Who's in the memorial? Oh no, Debbie Debris. We lost Ted, we lost Retro Ted, and we lost Debbie Debris. And I'm not sure who named Debbie Debris.
And I don't like sending my people out hand in hand with them.
We do have one banked for the next
Definitely loyal to the commander.
Ranger.
Put up a hell of a fight.
Debris was decimated. The next Ranger that we get is going to be named Victor One-Eye Saltspire. That was banked by Magcat. Oh, is that one of Jay's? Debbie Debris. Right. I don't think I'm doing anything. So let's go over to here because we're running out of money. Shadowkeeper is complete, although it may appear to be old-fashioned compared to our latest designs. This pistol is remarkably accurate, ensuring that even the most inexperienced of our soldiers will strike their intended target. There is also a chance it could kill the target and escape undetected. This weapon is unique and cannot be duplicated or replaced. One Shadowkeeper has been added to the inventory. So that means that the proving grounds is not currently doing anything. So we can actually only just make one. Let's go with the Hunter's Axe.
I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
Yes, yes.
Commander, the aliens have made significant progress toward their goals. New advent facilities are cropping up around the world.
Okay, must make contact with locals over there. I think I need to be concentrating on doing something at some point. But I need money first. Maybe I'll get some money some point. She died doing what she loved, creating debris.
Continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Yes, she panics so much. Alien debris cleared. Looted 47 supplies. View the room. That's going to be the resistance ring. No, I just wanted to put a guy in there. There we go. Can we take you out of there? Yeah, we can take you out of there. And then we can build a facility. Do we have an infirmary? We got a training center, resistance comm, resistance ring, proving grounds, power relay. So I still kind of want the guerrilla tactics school. But I could possibly do with an infirmary. I'm going with the guerrilla tactics school.
Initiated.
Oh, so it is progressing. It's just going to take longer. It will decrease the time it takes for the wounded to get it back into action. This is the resistance ring. New covert actions are available. New staff slot available. Decreased covert action duration. Leah Clark is now available. View facility. This game is still coming thick and fast with all the different things that you need to do with it.
The factions you have contacted are well equipped to track down the Chosen. Their knowledge will be invaluable in helping Xcom locate and eliminate these threats.
We already have a covert operation underway, Commander. It will take some time to complete.
Ah, okay. So rather than waiting until the start of the month to do these, I can do it more frequently, I'd guess. But yes, they have been hounding me to build one of them things. So that'll be useful. Right. God damn it. Monthly income in this region has decreased by 19. Chosen Xcom operations has increased. Okay.
Our friends in the Resistance are paying a heavy price with the Chosen running loose. We should do what we can to take them down before they hit again.
Thanks, Central. Working on things. We need more money, apparently.
We had some wounded soldiers requiring treatment after that last covert action. With a few days rest, they'll be ready to get back into it.
Gained additional resistance orders and covert action. Influence with the Night Seekers increased. It looks like Koren Nyla has been hiding out in Asia in between attacks on our forces. Our partnership has gotten us this far. Now we just need to find out exactly what hole that thing crawled back to. We'll have to be careful though. Once we've backed it into a corner, it's sure to fight harder than ever.
We've just got some new intel on the Chosen. It should be easier to hunt them down now.
Xcom's influence on the Reapers has increased to medium. We've made progress in the hunt for Conrad Naylor. A new covert action is to help the Reapers continue to hunt. He is now available in the ring.
Over my people, Commander, and that says something.
New faction orders given. Live fire training. Additional covert action is now available in the ring. Hunt the Chosen Assassin Part 2. Recruit Reapers.
If you've got something new for us, Commander, my Reapers are up for taking on some additional orders.
Any recruits training in the GTS will achieve the rank of Sergeant. Resistance orders are powerful, strategic, blah blah blah. Assign new covert
Our
ops.
influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Do I have a... Oh, I do have a lieutenant, the nameless one. Right. Sergeant Chuckles the Clown. And... let's take a sharpshooter, and it just needs to be somebody. So much information, so many choices. Nameless one sounds ideal for covert ops. Yes, the only thing is if they don't come back alive, then, well, that's another one of Ted's down. And Chuckles the clown. But no, that should be fine. We can find the stronghold. Begin the action.
Covert is our specialty. Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Covert action and covert decreases covert action duration. Okay, we've put Leah Clark in there for now, which is gonna. Can I take you out of there? It's only 3 days, but I think it's worth it in this case. Chuckles the clown. Oh wait, it's not an XCOM, it's a different game. Oops. What's a different game? The nameless one is from... No, the X series of games is... X started out with X Beyond the Frontier, which got extended with the expansion pack called Extension. Then it just kind of went X2, X3, X4, although they did have sort of like longer titles for X3. X3 I think got like 3 releases. Scroll up. Why? What? I think I missed a comment somewhere.
I probably wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for your father. He was something of a miracle worker.
Getting the Avengers power back online.
Oh yeah, no, X3, the Reunion version 2 Game of the Year edition is the game series that I'm talking about.
He gave everything he had to keep the ship running.
So many people, you can use the infirmary to assign an engineer or reduce the time it takes. You can also remove negative traits there. Silly question, but is that a newer or older than this one? I know it's got a lengthy history. So yeah, the X series of games is a sort of like StarCraft, Starship flying around. Can feel a little bit like No Man's Sky, but there's not any planet drops. It's more Elite Dangerous than it is No Man's Sky. You fight, you trade, you build an empire, that kind of thing. With the XCOM games, started off with UFO Enemy Unknown, and when it comes to XCOM, it's always spelled out fully XCOM. It's only UFO Enemy Unknown that didn't actually have the XCOM name associated with it. Here in Europe, it was called something else over in the States. Right, let's grab these supply drops. Thank you. Right, ignore that because we're not doing... Right, do we want to make contact with these people and start burning away some of this stuff? Because there is a alien facility over there. Oh yeah, I was building a radio relay over here, which will make it cheaper to move. Yeah, the game that RetroTed mentioned is the X series, which has nothing to do with XCOM. It's well worth it if you're into your space trading combat simulator games. It's again one of them where I'd love to really get into it and play it, but I'd never had the...
in remarkable time, Commander.
Oh good. Assign new research. The alien data cache appears to be a physical storage device intended for direct interface with the datapads we've seen the Advent forces carrying in the field. Having successfully decrypted the files, including a variety of tactical data and varying intelligence, I've yet to discover what it is about this data that, in particular, that requires the aliens to maintain physical stores of critical information. Considering the sophistication of their technology in general, one would think the inherent security risks involved would be enough to dissuade them. In any case, it can only benefit us to seize these assets whenever possible. Additional comm station construction. Commander, we've made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin researching additional comm station construction immediately, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. Well, fine, we'll do the breakthrough.
As soon as we have something of note. Personally, I find the Chosen disconcerting. The Elders' attempt at humanizing our enemy will make it all the more difficult for our troops to face them in battle.
So yeah, want to finish building this. New target acquired. We've acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent. Review targets. So destroy the alien relay. It's moderate and it will get us a new engineer, or sabotage the transmitter and it will reward us with supplies. Not great. The thing is, this will also counter return fire, and this one will counter loyalty amongst thieves. When any Chosen gains any information about Xcom, a portion is passed along to the assassin as well. The thing is, there's also this sitrep psionic storm. Energy signatures of this mission suggest high levels of psionic enemies are present. However, this one is difficult of difficulty, whereas this one's only moderate of difficulty. The element of supplies is always important in war. Alright, Sun Tzu. Jeez. The thing is, though, you know, it doesn't matter what supplies you've got. You can have all the food in the world, but if you ain't got the soldiers, all the engineers, you ain't doing squat. I don't like the psionics there. I'm gonna go with the supplies, but I really wish I could get that engineer.
Course for Sector 5, India.
Commander, we'll need to have one of our troops equip the Skulljack for use in the field if we're going to make any progress towards our current objective.
Oh yeah, what am I supposed to be doing? Skulljacking somebody. It doesn't actually tell me on the screen which... So, right. I want to take out this Templar. Padre. Let's take out Zobin because I want to find out what they level into. Let's take a specialist and a sharpshooter. Oh, it's Stationary J again. Right, you will be taking out the Skulljack. Interesting to see Padre in action. Yeah, I'm curious as to how they're gonna work. You are gonna take out the body armor, and you're gonna take out the assault rifle with the superior autoloader. Go Zubin. You are going to take out the medkit. Do you have... What level of training do you have? You have the medical protocol. Okay, that's great stuff. So yeah, definitely that. And Stationary J, you are going to take out... Wasn't there a... Make weapons available? Yeah, I must have lost a sniper rifle with the weapon on it. Pistol shot that is guaranteed to hit. If the target is killed, the shooter gains concealment.
The way this one is sighted in, there's There's no excuse for missed shots.
You hear that, Stationary J? Oh no, skulljacking their own people. There's no excuse for messing with that thing. Have I lost equipment? I think I have. God damn it.
Welcome to the fight.
Was not expecting this. All I wanted to do was make Jake Station some more body armor. Stationary J, sorry, with some more body armor.
We're reading you.
Commander, we will share your message of the resistance across West Asia and beyond. New income, 81 supplies. I mean, that's great. So, I want to go to engineering. No, go to engineering.
Hey, Commander.
Hi. Build items. Need a new... See, it's saying that I've built 3. Where's the other one? Can enhance the Shadow Keeper instantly.
I saw Tygan muttering to himself in one of the corridors. I'm not sure even.
Right, okay. Confirm. Nanoscale vest. Oh, it might be on the people who I sent out on covert ops. That might make a little bit more sense. Right. No, I didn't want to remove. I wanted to edit. Upgrade weapon. 1 available slot. Have a enhanced laser sight. There we go. Right. You've already got an assault rifle that's upgraded. You want the other assault rifle that's upgraded. All this planning just to send these people to their deaths. What star sign of stuff do you recommend getting as essential on Fantasy Grounds? I've got tons of Pathfinder 1 and 2, but 0 Starfinder. It depends. Are you intending on running adventure paths or are you intending on homebrewing? Also, are your players likely to be experienced or new to the game? Those are the first 2 options that you really want to consider. Because, you know, you've got the core rulebook, which is pretty much the de facto what you need. If you're homebrewing, then I'd recommend the Alien Archive. If you're playing through adventure paths, you can skip the Alien Archive and just buy into the adventure path. If the players aren't experienced, then yeah, so the core rulebook and the AP are the main 2 that you'll need, and that's just about everything that you need as a bare minimum. Because everything that you need, and again, I don't recommend going too much into all of the, like the character operations manual, the armory. I keep it simple. I just go for the core rulebook and the adventure path that you're going to be playing, because that will give the players, like 6 playable races, all the equipment of the core rulebook, all the classes of the core rulebook, and they can just take it from there. Because you could add in the character operations manual, which adds in another 3 classes, and a lot of variances to the classes that are already there. You could start adding in the alien archives for more player options as to which starting species they want to be, as well as some giving you additional creatures for homebrewing, but I don't think that's necessary. For a first game, I would say the core rulebook and the adventure path you're going to be running, because one of the things about the adventure paths is even if it comes from an additional source like the alien archive, like the armory, then it will be included in the adventure path, whereas if you're homebrewing, then some of the other stuff might be more important. Sabotage the psionic transmitter. Plant 4 charges to destroy the psionic transmitter, prevent the transmitter from completing its transmission. I have a bad feeling that this is going to be timed, and I've just gotten rid of the thing that stops the timer.
Advent has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area, tied directly into their primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's still connected will severely damage their linked systems. Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
As Templar warriors, my followers specialize in wielding psionic energy, mastering the power that belongs to all who are truly of this earth. Through intense focus, we can twist the very fabric of the world around us to suit our needs.
Q? Train station? Oh! Yeah, Delancey is... Is it Delancey? It's probably not Delancey. Well, at least Q isn't a playable character, so you can't kill him off, yeah. Stop the transmitter from doing the sole purpose of the existing. Yeah, because it's not ours, it's the enemy's. Hey, it is Delancey, John Delancey. Delancey is a... So, one of the things that I think that it's not John Delancey is a starship manufacturer from the Elite series of games. They make a ship, the Falcon Delance. Which is why I think that I'm saying I'm wrong, because it's like, no, that's a spaceship manufacturer from Elite. But yeah, once you get more experience with Starfinder's Zen of games, then you can start feeling out for what you feel that the game is either missing or what the players are wanting more of. And you call my references obscure. Look, at least I explain my references because I know that they're going to be obscure. You come out with a reference and just expect people to understand it. I'm sort of like, no, Delancey is from this video game series that a lot of people play, but not a lot of people have really done deep lore into. J-Station, you're just like, yeah, it's from this movie that everybody's seen, and it's like, pfft, I'm uncultured, get over it. But yeah, Zen of Games, if your players are feeling, oh, I'd like to play the Witchwarper, or the Biohacker, or the Vanguard, or, you know, anything else, Karen's still salty his Ohm's Law joke was missed. Oh, that was it. The Resistance one. In Fly Free or Die, all the glitters explodes on Monday. It's like, we need a code name for the Resistance, and it's all like the Ohm's measurement. Because that's the Resistance. I was shocked no one got it. Is that an electrical pun joke thing? I don't know. Anyway, back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Templars gain focus during missiles? Jesus. During missions by killing units with Rend. Each point of focus increases the Templars' combat effectiveness by boosting their mobility, dodge, and Rend damage. Focus can be spent on powerful abilities which have increased effectiveness when used at higher level focus levels. Right. I can't remember if my thing... So I used to have this thing that until now is detected.
One of their patrols approaches.
That was piking close. Shoot. They're probably gonna get detected.
Got it. Moving.
What kind of damage does this do now? 3 to 4. Oh, okay. Move there.
Roger that.
Oh, okay. So the pistol shot that is guaranteed to hit is only if I click on this button. If I click on this button, it's just a normal pistol shot that isn't guaranteed to hit. But if this kills, then they gain concealment again. Right, I would like you to move. Let's go there. Thank you and good night. I'm a scientist. I got it. Just too slow to say on chat. Science puns are fun. Remember those science cat memes? I don't remember too many science cat memes, but as we've established, I'm uncultured. If cat memes are considered culture.
We're closing on the objective.
Our readings indicate that relay is feeding energy directly into their network. If you can destroy it, it may disrupt their efforts to isolate the transmitter.
What do you mean you spotted me? God damn it.
I strike for my people.
Well done. As we had hoped.
After using Rim, Templars always trigger Momentum, a free movement action that allows them to return to the cover of safety. If a Templar has a parry ability, they can instead use Momentum to stay at the location and prevent all damage from the next attack. But, seeing as though you're out in the open, I'd like you to go move over there. Right. You are a sniper. You have cover. Alright, J-Station, have fun with your stream. I'll join you at the usual time. J-Station 64 is about to go off and stream some No Man's Sky on his channel, very chilled out channel. Feel free to jump over there and give him a like and all the rest of that stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to try and shoot this guy, and Stationary J is going to probably miss.
Target still standing.
Wow, could you say that with any less emotion?
How did I now? Shot wide.
Oh god, this is terrible. I don't like the fact that it's basically saying that he's getting cover from that.
Strike's true.
You're a bit foobarred, aren't you?
I'm pinned down here.
You're barely pinned down. Ah, you got a couple of holes in you. Right, so
Heal him up.
here's one of the benefits of a gremlin. Whee! Can remote heal. And that was one action. And this is 2 actions.
Got him. Come on.
Good to go.
Alright, Zobin is bleeding out.
Let me flank. I'm all right.
Advent has almost cut off the transmitter from their network. We're running out of time.
We're running out of people, Central. You may want to pay attention to what the hell is going on.
Medical detail. Still moving. Running dry on ammo.
Bother, 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 bother.
Roger that. X-ray down.
Suffer my rage. The invaders move against me.
You missed. Great stuff.
Agreed. They've lost faith in their gods.
Menace 1-5, they're about to disconnect the transmitter. This is our last chance.
Copy that. They know I'm here now.
I was gonna buy us some turns.
So it is decided.
The Advent captain would serve our purposes nicely, if it can be disabled. Go, go, go!
This is going right up the wall.
They're targeting me.
Oh look, more grenades.
So much.
Fire.
Hey, Padre was killed. Or 3 Padre. I have 1 turn to finish this with. No medkits left.
Went off the armor. Out of ammo here. It's too late. They've disconnected the transmitter from their network. We missed our opportunity here. Headed there now. Ready to rock.
I think it just shot completely useless target.
Fire's getting worse here.
Balderdash.
Moving to designated coordinates. That is not good. Getting a little toasty here. Getting a little toasty here.
Stationer J, his KIA.
Moving. Pin down here. That armor's tough.
Yes, that's why they call it armor, and not paper mache.
That was close.
Oh wow, there's just, 4 more of them over there. If this guy gets out of alive, he deserves a promotion.
We're taking some heavy losses, Commander.
Oh,
We
you
may want to
think?
consider pulling out our remaining people rather than lose the whole squad. I need evac here.
I mean, that is an option.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Bye.
Just in time.
Well, that was a fuck
All
up.
surviving Xcom operatives are secure. Firebrand returning to base.
Confirmed. Mission aborted. It's unfortunate we couldn't pull this off.
Join the resistance today and look as derpy as this guy.
Propaganda never looked so pretty.
Really, Central, are we looking at the same picture here? I think we might have saved Zobin.
And their so-called resistance allies again attempt to disrupt basic Advent social and medical services. And once again, our brave peacekeepers risk...
Yeah, Xenon Games, this is a difficult game. As I was playing through this mission, I was mentally thinking, maybe I should turn the difficulty down a little.
Is the power of unity.
it's one of them where I feel that you need to make crucial and informed decisions constantly, which is yeah, I don't think you can make a game. I'd have to start again.
Can't help but feel somewhat responsible. If there was more we could do for our troops.
Vengeance will be ours. Sure, why not?
Pretty sure I saw that on an album cover decades ago.
Can anybody remember what tagline Stationary J wanted? Stationary J last session said that they wanted a certain tagline when Stationary J died. And I can't remember what it was. Yeah, if you could go ask. Just point it out as we need a reminder so that we can make a note for it. It's not that they've died, or, you know, they'll probably figure out they died. But yeah, Zen of Games, it's historically known as a difficult game. From the very first ones, he's stationary now. It's something like that. In the early days of the Xcom series, Xcom UFO Enemy Unknown, it was a notoriously difficult game. Even at its lowest difficulty, because there was a bug in it that no matter what difficulty you chose when you started off, it always reverted it back to its easiest difficulty. And people who got used to that was like, when I turn up the difficulty, it doesn't make any difference. There was a bug in the game that when you saved it, it reset it to the easiest setting. For the sequel, XCOM Terror from the Deep, they inverted the bug, and when you saved, it would automatically make it the most difficult setting rather than the most easiest. And so, the first two games, you know, the first one, which was supposed to be the easier one of the two, both notoriously difficult to play and complete, and they kind of kept that up. The thing is, I have in part, one of the things that I would be doing if I wasn't streaming, I would be save scumming just all of the time. You know, this mission, I wouldn't accept this as a loss. I'd reload and try it again with, you know, sort of like, okay, now I know where the enemies are from my starting position. I can move my people, you know, that first group of 3 enemies, just ignore them altogether. They're down one side of the corridor, run through the other side, take out the 4 power units there, continue past it, probably get caught by something along the way. But taking out them 3 power units, there was 4 turns on the countdown timer. There's a command or an order, I forget what it's called, that allows you to not start counting down the timer until you're detected. So, you know, bring that one into play before this. In death as they were in life, stationary. There we go. In death as they were in life, stationary. Stationary. There we go. What fonts do we have? I could go with Tom's handwriting, but that reminds me a little bit of too much Comic Sans, and they would kill me for that. Edit soldiers. Oh, you don't get as many options on this. I was hoping to give them a really dynamic pose. All you can do is really rotate them. Can I have a top line of this text? Position. I mean, there's got to be. Promotion. It's not got the position text. But I think meme is probably the best. So, text. There we go. I can be happy to know that we spent far too long doing this one for just them. I mean, some of these are just a choice. Think Earth Horizon. There we go. So yeah, like I say, I will be very... Oh, Zobun was captured. Oh god. Let's give you the revival protocol. But yeah, off camera I'd be saved coming all over the show on this.
Face difficult operations over the course of our campaign, Commander, but there is little room for these ongoing setbacks. We must do better.
Alright, Jesus, I'm feeling bad enough already. Wow. But yeah, I don't think there's any option. Oh, well, no, there is a change difficulty. I can bring it down. See, I went with veteran because it's like challenge appropriate for players familiar with XCOM. I'm familiar. I completed. I've played all of the games. I've completed the first reboot of the XCOM series. I think I'm rookie difficulty, but I completed it. I think I might have done it on veteran by save scumming. But yeah, legend. A longer game with no margin for error. Only the strongest XCOM players will survive. See, I'm going to leave for difficulty on veteran for the moment. If I fail the game, then I'll probably take a straw poll of sort of like, do we want me to restart it and do it again on the easier difficulty, or do we want me to switch out games for the time being? Dark Event completes loyalty amongst thieves. Sibling rivalry or not, the Chosen are not going to do us any favors if it means impressing their masters. I need to make contact there.
Course for Eastern European Ward.
Because the thing is, there's so much of this game that relies, or not so much relies. No, stop doing things. Shush. It's all like, you know, knowing, going back to the mission where I rescued that guy, and it's like, okay, go from here to here, there's nobody looking, and immediately jumped out of cover right in front of a turret that they really should have seen, in my humble opinion. And rather than just going, oh wait, there's something in my way, it's like, no, continue just to plow through and run straight through a line of sight. And it's like, what? Why would you think that that is the best idea? And I appreciate that, yeah, okay, maybe it's to simulate the fact that their reactions aren't quite on point. But at the same token, it's all like, if I'd have known that turret was there, I feel that I should have seen it. The honed age, honed to an incredible degree, these ornate crafted throwing axes are compact enough for our soldiers to engage with from long range. These weapons are unique, cannot be duplicated. I think I actually might have lost the first one. If I go to the view soldiers, do I have a sharpshooter? Can I change your loadout? Can I give you the gun? Yeah, I've lost the... There's a special gun that you can have. And I've lost it already. So, again, that's one of them things where it's like you would be save scumming to get that back because it's unique and cannot be recreated. And it's like, will you shut up? So I'm going to plod on and see how it goes, but I have a feeling that this is going to fail. I mean, the Avatar project is over halfway complete.
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
Our people seem to work well together, Commander.
Okay, reveal the Chosen Stronghold mission on the Geoscape and increase faction influence. We're making good progress. Now we know for sure Conroy Taylor has a facility here and we can start prepping a strike. Unfortunately, we still have to find a way in, and seeing how the whole place is underground, I'm guessing things are only going to get more difficult from here on out. Okay, we got 2 people with promotions, that's good.
Looks like we've got some new information on the Chosen after our last covert up.
Keep this up, Commander, and we might just make you an honorary Reaper.
New faction orders granted. Resistance network. Hunt the Chosen Assassin Part 3. Recruit the Reapers.
Things are going so well. Sounds like my Reapers can take on some new orders.
Contact with new regions is made instantly. Resistance orders are powerful. Oh yeah. Chuck the Clown got promoted. Ken the Deadwood Nameless One also got a promotion. And assign a new covert operation.
Influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
I don't have a major. I don't have a Reaper. And soldier healing and reward hacking 3. I don't have somebody to do that either. But I do need a new Reaper if that's the thing that wants to happen. Okay, so it can either be Deadwood or it can be Chuckles. I'm gonna send in Deadwood and Chuckles. It's only gonna take 6 days.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
What's this button for? Oh, digital network. Unlocks an additional 2 slots for the Xcom to assign resistance orders. I mean, that might be useful.
We already have forces deployed on a covert action, Commander. We won't be able to initiate another operation until the current one is complete. The Chosen stronghold isn't going anywhere, but as of yet, we don't have a way of getting inside. We should keep working with the Resistance. It's likely someone among their people will know where to look.
I also lost the skulljack. Nope, don't do that.
Interesting choice. I'll send word as soon as we're finished, Commander.
I mean, it's not like I have too much in the way of options right now. I need one of those things to continue the plot.
Guerrilla Tactics School now operational.
New combat tactics. See, I can purchase at least one of these. That increases the squad size. And these things. Ranger Hunter Instinct. Ranged attacks against flanked enemies now deal +1 damage. Sword attacks have a bonus 10% chance to critically hit. I need to get captain in all of these before I can upgrade them, as it were. Because I've got a captain sharpshooter. It's like bonus 10% chance to critically hit enemies, +10 aim and ability to critically hit when taking overwatch and reaction shots. For the specialist, the grenadier, bigger booms, explosives can inflict critical damage. Templar, mentally awake, starts every mission with 1 focus. Skirmisher, parkour, 5% chance for a free move after the first move of the turn. It's a little bit I don't like things that rely so much on luck when it comes to sort of like a free move is all fine and well. You know, the free move of the Templar after they do their rend, as long as it hits, is great stuff. Because it's like, okay, move them in, rend, move them out. This, it's like, okay, you got a 5% chance of a free move after the first move of the turn. And it's like, where's the best place to put this skirmisher? And still be able to take a shot. Okay, I'll move them over there. They get a little bit of high ground. It puts them a little bit out of the way. But as long as the enemy dies, then we can then start moving up the next turn. You move them to this new spot, and it's like, free move! And it's like, I've just moved them away from... The best spot was over there, but they couldn't get there in 1 move. It would have been 2 moves. If I've taken that chance on a 5% chance... 1 in 20, then maybe they could have gotten where I really wanted them. As such, I've moved them into an awkward position, and there's no better place for them to be than that awkward position. The free move is now useless. Don't like things based on that degree of luck so much. I appreciate that most games are based on luck. You know, there's 10% chance to critically hit, 10% chance to critically hit. +10 aim and the ability to critically hit. Critical hits. Start the mission with focus. These are all chance-based stuff, but it doesn't change where you want your tactics to be. This suggests that you don't move your person into the optimal place, but then you might have a chance of moving them into the optimal place. Don't like it. I complain a lot. Don't worry about it. Right. Continue making...
It is just as I had hoped, Commander.
Assign new research. Improved transmissions protocol will allow our network to handle additional traffic, reducing the cost of an additional comm station upgrade for our resistance comms by 50%. Commander, our science team has a novel idea related to the facility lead. If we begin research immediately, we should obtain results faster than usual. If we begin another research project instead of acting on this inspiration, the opportunity will be lost. Our focus recently uncovered information that could lead us to one of the Advent's remote facilities. If we can successfully decrypt the recovered data, it will provide coordinates allowing for a tactical strike. No, screw it. I'm going for this plate armor.
I agree. That is an important task, Commander.
One of the things that I've always found to be critically important in this game is just getting the armor up. Lots of armor.
To wonder how the Advent administration views our current band of renegades. Do they see us as an actual threat, or more of a nuisance?
I don't know, and I don't care, Targan. Commander, the Resistance have relayed information concerning an Advent supply line. We could disrupt their transport. View raid location. Show of force. Intel suggests a large number of Advent troopers present, under Advent-only leadership. Gonna ignore that for now. I can't afford the losses of maybe getting some new. Or some more supplies.
Commander, we have a mission available that's reliant on time-sensitive information. We can always finish our scans later, but failing to take on this mission could have serious repercussions for the Resistance movement.
I don't want to do this. Oh, fuck it, it'll do.
For West Asia.
Commander, Tygan and Shen aren't going to be happy if we don't put the Skulljack to good use. We should have one of our soldiers equip it before they deploy.
I'm pretty sure we lost the Skulljack. Oh yeah, we got a ranger.
Maybe a little unwieldy, but in the right hands, this thing should cut down anything standing in your way.
Yeah, we lost the Skulljack. Right. We've got a sharpshooter, a specialist, 2 grenadiers, and a ranger. Body armor. I'm out of body armors. Make utility items. Make weapons. Make armor. I don't have any armor. There's still no body armors.
We have to do some cleaning, but we've still got room to grow here. We should consider building some new facilities. Commander?
I would like you to shut up. I'm out of supplies.
At one point, I thought about trying to bring in an Advent mech to see if we could
Commander, we'll need to have one of our troops equip the Skulljack for use in the field if we're going to make any progress towards our current objective.
Specialist, take in the medkit. You're on grenade. You shouldn't need armor, because you're miles away, hopefully. Alright, we should be good to go. Hopefully this extra squad member is useful, and we don't all die. I am going out on this mission. I'm the guy in purple and green. Because purple and green are atrocious colors.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
Resistance ambushed an Advent train moving through an area of remote wilderness. And they've left plenty of cargo for salvage. That's where we come in. Once you're on the ground, eliminate all hostile contacts and secure the area. Seize anything of value.
So the Resistance did half a job. They basically stopped a train, and now we're having to deal with the rest of it. Because, ooh, it's critical.
Menace 1-5. Coordinates of the Advent train are locked in. Move to secure. Eliminate all hostiles. It looks like Advent is throwing every grunt they've got at us, Commander. They're flooding the area with troopers. We need to be ready for a fight.
No, I thought we were here to pick daisies and sing Kumbaya. God damn it.
Roger, I got my eyes on.
I forgot to check weapons and improve them with the modular upgrades. Bah, I don't like it.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Scanning.
I want you further down that way. See, this also doesn't make sense. You don't bridge something like that with something that can be destroyed. Chances are you just divert this river somewhere else. And just put in a solid dam, as it were. Go there.
Step it off.
Moving. Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Where's the sniper? There you are. I want you to go there and try not to alert anything.
I have eyes on the enemy.
Moving to position. On Overwatch.
Turrets have a lousy line of sight.
Good to go.
I'm on the move. Eyes on the prize. Orders confirmed. Moving out. On Overwatch.
Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, co-workers will do that.
They found us.
When you say they found us, what gave it away? Was it the grenade explosion around them, or what? Yes, that's why it's called armor. Shred it.
That armor's tough.
Target eliminated.
Heading there now. Moving to Overwatch.
The hell's over there? Oh, reinforcements. Oh, bleeding assassin.
Right on schedule.
Immune to explosions. Attacks decrease the will of any soldier within sight. Regenerates lost health. Weakness bewildered. It takes an additional additional damage from 3+ attacks in a single turn. Adversary Templars and takes increased damage from Templars. Are you familiar with the old alternate RPG from TSR? I love the Star Drive campaign setting. I'm not familiar. Just a bit of background. My experience of TTRPGs is actually fairly recent. It's mainly D&D 5th edition that I've actually sat down and played. Before that, it was kind of limited to video games. And the main ones that I recall that are set in the sort of like TSR realms was the Infinity Engine series and beyond. So Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale. I think that was most of the Infinity Engine ones, and then Neverwinter Nights and beyond. I'm not familiar with all their works. I've heard of a lot of them. I don't recall Star Drive off the top of my head.
The Elders must have caught wind of our operation. They sent in one of the Chosen. We should try to track that thing down and deal with it before it causes too much trouble.
Oh, so much for cover.
Taking fire over here.
That looked like it hurt.
It's a flesh wound. Get over it. Hold on, you missed.
Shot wide.
My snipers now get reactionary shots if things miss on them.
Like this.
Target's still up. Could use some ammo over here.
I did not know you were in Overwatch.
Better step up your game, Commander. Every shot counts.
Kill confirmed.
Don't worry about them. The Elders have plenty more to spread.
All we've done this round is miss.
With a sword.
Heal me. Have a go at Alternate Star Drive was more traditional sci-fi than sci-fantasy, like Starfinder. Yeah, I would like it if... So as much as I love Starfinder, I would prefer a more... sci-fi hard science. You know, the likes of Traveler. Apparently the turret doesn't provide cover whatsoever.
They're all over me.
Oh. This is going as well as I'd expected.
They're all over me.
You can't run, and you can't hide.
Menace 1-5, the Chosen Hunter is targeting your position from long range. You need to get out of his line of sight before it's too late.
When the Chosen Hunter begins tracking a unit, he is setting up a shot for his next turn. The soldier can prevent that shot by moving out of the hunter's line of sight, or can decrease the chance by hunkering down. How does he have line of sight there? He's all the way back there and apparently has line of sight if I hide there. I mean, I'm gonna hide here, but that's both my moves. I cannot move anywhere without...
Roger that.
You're one of the few remaining alive soldiers, so you're moving there. How big's a grenade blast? Yeah, give them a wake-up call. Yeah, I've yet to find a rule system that is very sci-fi that isn't... One of the problems with anything that's considered a fantasy game, per se, is the fact that there's elements of it which is unrealistic. And a lot of hard science games try to remove them levels of unrealistic.
Keeping my eye on you.
Yes, they're bleeding out. What do you want me to do about them? Really? Bullshit, they have line of sight within this area. I dislike this guy very much. There is literally nowhere that I can move and still shoot that breaks line of sight. And the guy is all the way down here and apparently has a line of sight on me there.
On it.
Shit. So, you know, the Traveler system, you say that it's not fun. I don't mind it excessively. But at the same token, it's one of them where I appreciate that the moment you try to make a realistic system, it's just straight up going to be a little bit awkward.
Those guys are a dime a dozen. This is taking way longer than I had hoped.
They're all over me.
Shit.
Looks like you rolled the dice and lost this time.
I'm under fire.
Tracking a shot mark.
Come out wherever you are. Time is running out, Commander.
Ba 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 ba. The more you run away, the more you are useless to me. Nowhere along this line that I can get any degree of cover. Oh. Go there. Try not to get shot. No, you got shot.
They won't hold up long at this rate, Commander.
No, they won't. Oh, Jesus.
Ready to engage.
Thank you. Right, if you could all just line up behind that guy, that'd be great.
Hostile neutralized.
I hope you're not expecting me to go down. It's time to make the elders proud. Looking for you.
Camera more. KIA. Okay. Run and hide behind that tree.
Move into position. I'm running low on ammo. There's heavy fire in this zone. Yeah, I can't move.
There's nowhere to go.
Alternative was a pretty good system. It had mechanical flaws, but it was a fun system that could avoid too much realism. Was more cinematic in nature. It never took off because it was shortly after the launch of shortly after its launch that Wizards of the Coast bought TSR and abandoned the game. Yeah, I mean, Wizards of the Coast, in my humble opinion, have got a lot to answer for when it comes to sort of like things that got abandoned when when they took over TSR. I mean, there were some things, there was some of the problematic things that is probably, shit, I forgot there was one on Overwatch. Oh good, they missed. That was probably better that it got left behind.
Enemy destroyed.
Blooded killer, Commander. It takes one to know one. What should we try this time?
But at the same, shit, I needed him.
Better clean that wound. Wouldn't want it to get infected.
Oh no, he's dead.
Enjoy these final breaths.
You know, so much got abandoned when Wizard of the Coast took over, and I don't feel that it should have been abandoned. But one of the main reason why TSR sort of like failed is the fact that they tried to bring out a lot of material, and unfortunately didn't do much on the quality control side of things. And oh, this is awkward. Go there.
I can see further than you think.
No, I honestly think that your sight range is bullshit. And without the quality control being there, it suffered because they were just releasing system after system, setting after setting, without regard, rather than doubling down and focusing on the ones that worked.
I'm having a vision. Didn't think they'd die that easy, did you, Commander?
I mean, I have nearly caught up to you. I have no idea where you are, but no, that's still within the things.
No need to ask twice.
I see you.
Yes, yes, well, I see you too. Well, the thing is, now that I'm getting closer,
Move into designated position.
With all the build-up surrounding your escape, Commander, I was almost hoping it wouldn't end so quickly. It's not often I get to take down a legend. I suppose...
oh my god, do you ever shut up?
This world will be mine.
Just kill me already.
That's the Elder's hunter. From what we've heard, he's a relentless tracker with an unnatural ability to call his shots.
Yes, well, that card's gonna explode.
You sure you're up to this? Hold on to this for me.
Son of a bitch. Missed?
Incoming over here.
Don't make this.
I need better cover.
Affirmative. Moving out. Ammo out.
Yeah, they made some super creative stuff, and that I don't disagree with. There was a lot of stuff where it's like very much on point. And I feel was great
Get him back up, ASAP.
with what Central, with what exactly.
I usually rely on blood trails and slow tracking, but if you're going to leave such a valuable source, can I resist? That so many of your troops lost, and so much valuable knowledge surrendered in the process. Maybe you'll do better next time.
Unfortunately, the Chosen got what they were after. More information they can use to track you down, Commander.
On my way. I'm ready. Healer mode. I'm under fire.
But yeah, for everything that they put out that was creative, it's all like, yes, it was creative, but it didn't have quality, and eventually they suffered for it, and because of it, I mean, to be fair, they were, I don't think they were particularly savvy about what they had. They knew that they had a great thing.
That's affirmative.
But they weren't, you know, there was a fledgling industry. Were they supposed to know what they were doing? Were they supposed to know what was going to work and what wasn't?
Incoming fire.
No, I thought they were shooting the... I don't know, I'm trying to be sarcastic. Get back over
Moving
there.
there now.
Next round. Oh, shit. Yeah, go on Overwatch.
Adjusting aim.
Oh, you're out of ammo, aren't you?
Reloaded.
42% go for it.
Enemy eliminated.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. The Chosen have recovered more information about us, Commander. If they keep this up, they'll eventually be able to find the Avenger. We need to stop them before that happens.
Well, pish. Succeeded at least, I suppose.
With a mug like that, you might get Advent to surrender after all.
Wow, brutal. But yeah, the TSR didn't really know what they were doing. They had a great thing. It sold well enough that Wizards of the Coast didn't want it to disappear, but yeah. And I don't think, you know, you mentioned its alternative was a good system, but it had some mechanical flaws. I think one of the things is it's the difference between a system that's complicated enough that people enjoy it, but at the same token is fluid enough that it doesn't get bogged down too much with rules, while trying to maintain the degree of fun that it was trying to be, and it just makes a mess. Yeah, like many video game companies of the time too. Yeah, video games has emerged from that time period as well. We got to immortalize a lot of people. Who is this? Anybody important? I can't recall.
Cute pose.
What did you just say? Cute pose about a dead guy? He died as he lived, a hero. That's good enough tagline for me. I don't want it in that font though.
Maybe we need to start selling calendars.
These people are just wrong. Oh yeah, you got a promotion. Woo, go you! I like the way that they can only get one promotion at a time. They pretty much took out an army, but no, just the one promotion. 79 Illyrian alloys, 29 Illyrian crystals, 3 Illyrian cores, 149 supplies, 2 turret wrecks, 5 trooper corpses, and 1 Advent officer corpse. It's not a bad haul. But we didn't half pay the price. The Advent turrets rely on aliens' advanced automation technology, providing security emplacements to bolster their peacekeeping forces. Once we've gotten a look at their inner workings, we may be able to integrate the technology to improve our chances of defending against UFO attacks. That's something that they've not really introduced into this one. You know, all of the past games, apart from, well, no, it did kind of feature in there, kind of. Every other past game, shush. Every other past game has had some sort of like UFO interceptor mechanic in there. I don't think they've got that in this, or if they do, they've not really shown it off too much. Right, let's excavate. Oh, 2. Okay, only the one is required, but it's going to take a long time. Right. Nope. We're running out of soldiers. That's a new problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes out on the next mission, and Daniel Evans is the spare. I think I need to recruit 25 a pop, though that's expensive. Otherwise, it's all like, it gives me the list, and it gives them actual names, and it's like, this part doesn't make sense because it's all like, it doesn't really make jack all difference at this stage. You don't know enough about them to be like, oh, you might be a better purchase, you might be a better purchase. It's irrelevant. You might as well just have a recruit new soldier. You say how many you want, and it just gives you the first 4 or 5. All this, by being able to pick people out, is potentially encouraging, you know, levels of racism, because it's like, oh, I don't want to hire any Americans. They're all Muppets. Or, you know, where I don't want to hire Irish people, don't want to hire Australians, Scots, Germans. Absolutely no pointless. Having that there, other than telling you that the number that you can buy is limited. But then again, that could have just been easily handled by a counter. Anyway. I'm just a little bit salty now that my arse is getting handed to me. Commander, after our recent success, members of the resistance in New India have brought us reports of activity you may want to investigate. Reward, rookies.
Avenger plotting new course.
What's that doohickey here right there? Is that my... Oh, that's my radio tower. Yeah, I want to get... I want to make contact in
6, Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe. Let's finish this one off. Oh. Only hot soldiers, please. I mean, I don't generally get that either. It's all like...
Chosen hunter to this region.
New income 50 supplies.
New regional contacts located.
Western Europe is now open.
You'll just have to tell your troops it was a temporary setback. You wouldn't want them getting too demoralized.
What's this? What's this?
Commander, now that we've established contact with the local resistance, we've got the details.
An extremely powerful and dangerous alien is guarding this location.
This is our chance to set back their work on the Avatar project.
See, I can't remember whose symbols who's out of... Oh, there we go. So here's the circle with the red square. That's all pointy triangles. Circle, red square. That guy's protecting this facility. That might be a bad idea. Let's go get some new recruits. Document complete. Miss shots on officers and priests to trigger a return fire. It's not a big hoo-ha, although it is annoying that it got completed.
I know you keep track of your soldiers, but what about all those civilians, Commander? Any idea how many you've lost out there?
No, because it's not my loss, it's your murder.
Hunting us to try and recapture you, Commander, and are spreading terror throughout the resistance as they go. We'll need to pay close attention to each one as they gain more information about our plans. Commander, if we want to set back the aliens' work on the Avatar project, we should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
Can I have a bunch of soldiers who aren't just a bunch of rookies?
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid off like we hoped.
Oh, I recruited a Reaper. Great stuff.
I hope you've got room for one more. You made an impression on one of my vets, and they've decided to come serve on that ship of yours.
Chuckles the Clown has got a promotion. Ken the Deadwood Nameless One has also got a promotion. And we can assign a new covert up. Again, we don't have a major at the moment. Do I want to recruit an engineer? Right. Can we send out a bunch of rookies on this one? Oh. If I spend 25 alien alloys, then it removes the risks. That's what that means. I thought it was a slot where I allocated somebody to that slot and it would give me 25 alien alloys. Sure, why not?
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Yes, great stuff. You soldiers. You're up for a promotion? What do we have? So we got right, we got squad sight, we got the long watch which allows squad sight to trigger overwatch, we've got Deadeye, take a shot with a small aim penalty but a significant boost in damage. Killing an enemy at a lower elevation with your sniper rifle costs only a single action and does not end your turn. We have got Face Off, which is fire once at every visible enemy with your pistol. Could be kind of useful. Take a reaction shot against any enemy that moves or attacks within a cone of fire. Oh! Fire allows me to limit where they're aiming, which could be useful. But I think Face Off is more useful. Although they are gifted, I could potentially buy the kill zone and see how that goes. Personal combat sims. I mean, I don't really want to waste it on somebody. You've got a promotion. Chuckles the Clown, promote. Heavy ordnance, a grenade. The grenade is your only grenade slot. Wait, the grenade in your grenade only slot gains a bonus use. Or hollow targeting, any directed cannon shot, hit or miss, will mark the target, increasing your squad's aim by 15 against this target. I mean, I'm going to go with the hollow targeting. They're also gifted, so they've already got the blast padding, the shredder, the demolition, the hollow targeting. I'm probably gonna buy a lot into that. And oh, you've got a fancy schmancy rifle. Promote soldier. Any unit seen by a Reaper remains permanently visible. That sounds useful. Claymore does 3+ damage and has a +1 radius.
From some clown calling himself Van Dorn. Doesn't sound like the kind of recruit we're looking for.
Who's Van Dorn? No idea. Shots deal +1 damage if the target has been wounded this turn. Take a shot. Your Vector rifle will shred. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Huh. I also lost the axes in that last mission. Right. What's going wrong now? Oh, the Avatar project.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
If we're going to slow them down, we're going to try and make not to get murdered.
And so it would seem time will show up for both of us, Commander.
Spider and fly. The risk of ambush. There is a risk of ambush on all covert ops. Okay.
Priority message coming through, Commander.
Incoming
Putting it on
resistance
screen now.
communication.
It is unfortunate, Commander, that your recent efforts have proven to be so mediocre.
Wow, everybody's having a pop today at the guy.
Won't be long now, Commander. Just as your plans become clear, so too will the location of your Avenger.
Chosen increases risks on covert arbitration. Chosen can attempt to sabotage on the Avenger. Sabotage. Attempt to sabotage the Avenger. A brutal cracking down on the resistance, permanently lowering Xcom's income. Great stuff. Reveal that. Let's see. Xcoms will not be concealed at the start of missions. Advent stun lancers have a chance to move after performing a melee attack. Alien scientists have made huge progress in the Avatar project, instantly adding 2 blocks to the progress meter. Wow. When is launch day for the Wrath of the Righteous Kickstarters? It depends on how much money you paid for the Kickstarter. If you paid enough money for the beta, then it is already out there and you can play it. If you didn't, I believe your launch day is exactly the same day as the rest of the world. You just managed to get in there and pay for buy it for less money than it went for general, than you would have to pay on general release, I believe. So all of these dark events are terrible. But now I've got more of these that I can actually put into play. That's useful. Any XCOM shot that hits the loss will be an instant thing. Okay, not too worried about that. Decoys and deception is useful. Gonna go with that one.
For the defeat of the elders.
Okay, ignore that for now. No, we don't want to leave. Yeah, I didn't get the beta version either. It's one of them where it's like, in some games, I don't mind a beta version. RimWorld, and I'm trying to remember some of the others that I got in early access. RimWorld was one of them I'm pretty sure I had in early access. Space Engineers. There's been a bunch of games that have been well worth buying in early access because all they've been doing is continually adding, and they're still continually adding. RimWorld is a great company who, it's been years since the game released. I bought it in early access, and it's just gone from strength to strength. And one of the things that I like that they're doing is every time that they actually come out with an expansion, they've done 2, Monarchy in Ideology. They've also improved the base game to add in features that the expansion is going to make use of. But at the same token, that is free to everybody who just owns the base game. So even if you don't buy the expansion, you still are getting some updates to your game, so it's really worthwhile. When it comes to narrative games like Baldur's Gate 3, Wrath of the Righteous, and just any game that has a plot or a narrative, I just don't think that it's a great idea to get in the early access, because if you come up against a bug that you feel like it's a showstopper, it's a game breaker, you're not going to play it from that point until the bug is fixed. If they can just turn around and say, yeah, we fixed the bug, but it's not compatible with your previous save games, start again, that can get so frustrating. Pathfinder Kingmaker, on stream, 80 sessions, like 240 hours to play it. If I'd have done this in a beta version and played it for those 200 hours and then came up with a bug and it's like, can we fix this? And it's, oh yeah, it'll be fixed in the next upgrade. Okay, cool. Wait. Yeah, the next upgrade's out. The bug is now fixed. You need to start all over again. It's like, you're kidding me. And with Baldur's Gate, I found that one was a little bit I kind of appreciate, in some regards, don't get me wrong, for gamers who are willing to put in the time for these things, they can very much influence, especially with companies that are paying attention, how the game is going to ultimately turn out. That's not to say that they're not going to listen to, or they're not going to pay any attention to the base concept. We're never going to turn Baldur's Gate 3 into a more sci-fi adventure, because that's just not what the Forgotten Realms and Baldur's Gate is about. I would love to see Larian Studios do a sci-fi game, a proper sci-fi game, but at the same token, if there was something that's not quite working, you can help shift it in that regard. If you're willing to put in the hours and deal with all the game-breaking bugs and say this doesn't work and this doesn't work, it helps the game company a lot. For me, I have very little patience for video games when I've got a collection of over 800, 900. I might even be, all in all, that I've probably played over 1,000 video games, or have a collection of 1,000 video games at least. And when a game doesn't work, I just stop playing it and play something else. I don't bother to go complaining about it, unless it's something that I'm, if I wanted to play XCOM Apocalypse, for example, and I don't have time to pay to do QA for a games company, essentially free labor for them, no thanks. Yeah, that's fair enough. And this is the thing, it's like, it's a payoff, because it's like, yeah, you don't really want to be paying to do QA for a games company, free label to them. The thing is, there is some excitement about playing a game before anybody else, and some games companies You know, with Baldur's Gate 3, as far as I'm aware, it's a very polished system. It was fairly playable. They were just making sure of getting out some of the Day Zero bugs before Day Zero. And it was definitely playable. There's others where it's like nigh on unplayable. And yeah, it's free labor for them, but you know, you get the benefit of being able to play the game first, which some people enjoy. I wouldn't, you know, if somebody turned around to me and said, here's a copy of a full copy of Baldur's Gate 3, play it for free, but you'll get it before anybody else, I'd be like, sure, why not? I won't pay to pay for that privilege. That's just not me. But at the same token, if you've got the money for it and you want to do that thing, do that thing. But no, for me, nah. I'd rather play another game that's finished, wait until that one's finished, and then play it.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander.
And as we've established, I don't play games very quickly, especially not to completion. Xcom 2 is like 2 or 3 years old now. The last game that I actually played on release day was Cyberpunk 2077. I enjoyed it. I had the money to buy it at full price, pre-order, got it direct from CD Projekt Red on GOG store, and I enjoyed it, bugs and all, because for me it was more about the setting and what they were trying to do with it, rather than complaining about every last little bug that came up. The Resistance Council has a priority mission. Okay, view it. Rescue the VIP from the Advent cell. Dr. Holly White, scientist, 93 intel. I'm low on intel. I'm gonna go do that.
For the West Asian corridor.
So close at getting some new recruits.
Commander Tygan and Shen aren't going to be happy if we don't put the Skulljack to good use.
Do we even have a Skulljack right now?
Equip it before they deploy.
No, we don't have a Skulljack, so shush. Right, you're taking the healing thing. You can't be edited. You get a nanoscale vest. This is essentially my highest this game is on my wish list. I doubt I'll ever have time to play it if I got it. Yeah, I'm terrible for video games. I buy video games, I play them for a couple of days, for a few hours, and then put it down and never play it again. The streaming has helped me carve out time to sit down and focus on video games, but as mentioned at the top of the stream, I've just got a lot of games in the list of games that I intend to stream. And that list just keeps growing. You know, I'm thinking of adding Skyrim. I'm thinking of adding in some of the Assassin's Creed games. I've still not even... When I first started streaming, I came out with a list of Pathfinder Kingmaker, Torment Tides of Numenera, Pillars of Eternity 2, and I think that was just about it. Then I started adding in more games of other genres that I like to play, and the list is just... It keeps growing. And the only thing that I can really do is keep chugging on. Which is why I'm a little bit annoyed at this game, where it's like, it's really freaking difficult.
Resistance is asking for our help in rescuing an important VIP of theirs that was recently captured by Advent forces in this region. Recon indicates plenty of hostile activity in the area. We'll need to lock down the AO, secure the VIP, and eliminate all enemy contacts standing.
Wow, that's a slideshow.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Right.
Posición escondida.
My life is in your hands. I have sight beyond an alien patrol.
I could have sworn you saw two of them down there.
I am at your service.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Right, Chuckles the clown. Go. You drop down there as well. And you will arrest civilians.
Got it covered.
But yeah, I do find to a certain degree a lot of video games it's all like how much you want to play them versus how much time you have, I feel. Yeah, shit.
No point trying to hide now.
Our resistance contacts had heard rumors Advent might be rolling out a heavy infantry armor system. Looks pretty tough.
Wow, that's not a small penalty. God dang it. You're supposed to be the best sniper I've got. Alright, Chuckles. You're up. Come on.
I hope it's worth it. It hit the plate.
I would like you to murder that guy. Brrr. What do we have? That's too far. Shite! I just shoot that guy in the head. Oh, so much for the cover. The deuce was that? Alright, that's
I have little ammo remaining.
yeah, don't worry about it.
¿Quieres más?
Reload.
Ya estoy.
Let's do this.
Why am I hacking?
System infiltration in progress.
Don't know why I'm hacking it, but I'm hacking it. Feedback. Reinforcements. A failed hack will result in a group of enemy reinforcements being called down on your position. Reduces the enemy will by 50% or gain control of all robotic enemies for 1 turn. On a fail, we get reinforcements. God dang it. Cancel the hack! Cancel the hack!
Attempting infiltration. Can't get through.
Refuerzos alienígenas en camino.
Oh, that's probably bad.
Roger that.
Phone battery dying, likely die soon. If I can't get back to you before you log off, thanks for the stream. Yeah, I've only got like another 20 minutes then of game, so hope you have a good evening. Hope work goes swiftly, and thank you for coming out and joining me on this stream. Supplies.
Ha dado en la coraza.
Chance you got 66%. Move up to there. Let's see what that makes a difference. 70%. Missed.
My sights are off. I have no ammunition.
Yeah, working on it.
Let's move already.
Can you move into anywhere that's a better position to be in? Not really.
Come on, focus.
Shit. Not Harold's Podsworth. Say goodnight. God dang it.
Desviado. Good to go. Okay, so I got one.
Move the shit.
I'm reloading.
Terrible time to reload.
Tired of waiting around.
Supplies.
Adjusting sights. Running dry on ammo.
Watch the sides!
I can't move.
This 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
Well aware of that, Central. Well aware of that. Don't fucking mess. Right, I need you to do something stupid. I'm so surprised he didn't die quite right away. But I need you to stabilize that guy.
Gremlin, medical detail.
And then move up to there.
Finally.
What would appear to be a single entity is actually a swarm of tiny robotic units working in close coordination to maintain
Jesus Christ on skateboard.
No place for you to go now.
Getting it done.
Well, you're kind of cool. Don't like that. Don't like that either.
Damage! Find some cover!
Oh shit, it's a reload turn.
Adelante!
Oh, that didn't work quite as I had hoped.
Weapons burning ammo fast.
Well aware of that. You're also in several shades of foobard.
Here I come. You want some more? I'm out of firepower over here.
Resist it. Resist it. Don't resist it. But if you could just not. Alright. I would so love it if you would shoot at somebody else.
No puedes conmigo. Me canso de esperar.
They come into my line of sight. Ah, god damn it. Thank you for missing. Whatever you hit sounded expensive. Come on, crit. That was not a crit. Oh yeah, you're still here.
We put our soldiers through a lot. We'll need time to deal with these issues when we get back.
Well, that's not a bad way of panicking. Ow! Really?
Avenger, all Xcom operatives are dead or MIA. I'm returning to base.
So that was essentially the best team that I had available for the job.
Recruitment numbers continue to reach record highs. Administration officials credit the recent wave of
There was no chosen in there.
as well as double ration rewards as possible reasons. See your local Advent recruiter today.
See, I don't want to start save coming because that's not very entertaining.
We can't let this happen again.
Think the elders will like this one?
In my humble opinion. Oh, VIP lost Holly White. No.
You have been placed in a difficult position, Commander. Expectations
Yes,
of
yes,
success
shut up.
remain high. You will need to review your tactics to minimize further losses.
I don't really think I've got much in the way of options. Although, because, you know, if I go to the VOD soldiers list, I've just lost everybody of any reasonable experience.
The Reapers believe in nothing, and share little interest in preserving the true nature of our world, beyond what their eyes can show them. Their actions have enraged the Elders.
Okay, new save. After session 5. I think I might have to start again. Lower the difficulty and see how it goes. Admittedly, I'm going to have to go through the tutorial. Well, I can skip a tutorial, hopefully. Hopefully I can skip a tutorial and mainly focus on the interesting facets of the game. As opposed to having to deal with all of the awkward bits. all over again. But at the moment, I'm not having fun with. Yeah, you can. There's an option for it in the new game settings. Yes. I'm not enjoying this. It's one of them where it's like, if I was playing this off stream, I'd just be save scumming it. It's like 1 or 2 losses per mission. You know, it's like sometimes you save scum up until the point where it's like, okay, this person is just dead. There's nothing that I can do about them. Let's just move on. At other times, it's some rookie that you've not even really care about too much. They die instantly, and you go on, you mess around with the rest of the mission, perform well enough, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'll accept the loss of a rookie because not too big of a deal. But there's times like that where it's just like so many missions this session have gone horribly wrong. And I don't know what I can do about it other than save scumming. And I don't want to go down that track. So what I'm probably going to do, start of the next session, is just go through and start again. Sorry, I just got distracted with something that I had to do then. Start again with the new game and see how it goes on the easier difficulty setting, rather than trying to go through at this difficulty level. It's a bit of a shame that I'm having to do this. I would have preferred not to, but at the end of the day, it's all about providing an entertaining stream, and that requires something to be entertaining other than me just failing the game. I have a feeling that this game is pretty much a write-off. Everything seems to be going wrong, and I think there's like 2 or 3 pips left on the Dark Avatar project. And I don't know what happens then, but I'm guessing it's game over. Or it adds another level of difficulty onto an already difficult game because you've let the Avatar project finish and now you've got to deal with that and everything else. So maybe late game where it's like, okay, they've finished it but I can still scrape by is a solution. But at this stage in the game where everything seems to be difficult, adding a new layer of difficulty, not a good idea. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow playing Resident Evil 4 with MadCat_UK and JStation64 in the Peanut Gallery if they're willing. On Saturdays, JStation64 streams at like 9:30 AM and I usually wake up to watch that stream. He's playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Late on Saturday, MadCat_UK occasionally does a co-op stream, and as part of that co-oping, I will usually join him there. On Mondays, you can find me over on Manapot Studios, where I GM for a tabletop role-playing game, Starfinder, in an adventure path called Fly Free or Die, in a stream that we call All the Glitters Explode, 7:30 PM. Magcat saying, oh yes, I'm not sure. Oh, there's an update on Phasmophobia, so that might be something that we will be playing on Saturday. Then, what else do we have? Then back on my channel Tuesday, 6 PM GMT, I will be streaming more XCOM 2, starting again probably, because I feel that this game has just gone to pot. Unless I change my mind on what I'm going to stream. That is always a possibility because it's like, maybe I want to put this game down for a little while, play something else for a bit before I try it again. But I have a feeling that if I do that, I'm never going to get back around to it. we'll burn these bridges at some point. So yes, anyway. On with the raid. We are going to raid J-Station 64. He is over on his channel playing some No Man's Sky for the next hour or so. And I hope you will all join me there. And can't think what else I'm supposed to say at this point. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you all next time. And until then, tidy bye.